Welcome back. Today I'm going to show you how to use a Mr. Button Maker, but we're going to use the Mr. Button Maker, being Mr. Button dies and the Mr. Button press. However, we're going to use the badge a minute parts just to show you that you can use the badge a minute 2 1/4 parts in the Mr. Button 2 3/4 machine. Tricky, I know. Alright, so you're going to need the blue die and the silver die. There's a little gold peg here. There's a little gold peg in the center here. We're going to line those two up. Then we set in a badge a minute part into our Mr. Button Maker. Fits just fine. Why they call it a different size, the world may never know. Now, I have my pre-cut piece of paper here that I just check to make sure it fits. I'm going to go ahead and write Etsy. If you don't know what Etsy is, definitely check it out. Etsy.com. Pretty awesome site. Alright, so set my artwork on top of that. And don't forget your Mylar, because I have a tendency to do that. And then to get funny looking buttons. So check your Mylar, make sure it's just a single sheet. Which it is. So it's nice and flat in there. Then we're going to take our gold die. And once again, we're going to line up the gold pegs. So we have all these gold pegs lined up. And on the red, when there's a mark here, that lines up with the red die. Or, I'm sorry, with the other dies on the gold pins. From there, we're going to hold this whole unit. And we're going to turn it clockwise until it drops. Now you want to make sure that it dropped. Now what you're going to do is you're going to pick that back up and turn it to there. First couple times you might want to check it and make sure everything looks okay. Now what you're going to do is you want to make sure that this is going to drop your gold ring. I'm going to do that again real quick, just to make sure. Okay, there we go. Pick that back up and line up the gold pegs. Check it. By picking up the red, you can see that what happens is you want to push that so it's going to go into the gold. Set that back on there. It's not one of the fastest machines. The badge a minute definitely is a little quicker. A lot more videos out there for that. So it should look like so. Once again, all my gold pins lined up. Now I should be able to lift up the top two. Notice the button is in there. It's no longer in this piece because we forced it into the gold. Then we take our badge a minute button back, make sure it is in the correct way, so that way when you position it together, bind the two pieces, you're actually going to end up with a button you can use. If you have it in upside down, you're not going to be able to use it. Alright, so the next step is we're going to take this and we're going to turn red black. So that drops in place. Once that drops in place, you're going to turn this bottom die to the black, which is counterclockwise. Drops it about 1/4 of an inch. What I like to do at this point is just give it a little bit of a push before we add it to the bench press. Then we bring in our bench press. Take the entire unit. Set it in there. I hear a pop. It's binding together. Take this apart. You have a finished button. Ta-da! All nice and finished. Once again, this was a Mr. button maker, but we used Badge a Minute parts. So if you're looking for a button maker, the Badge a Minute 1 1/4 parts are compatible, since I've proven it to you. They're compatible with the 2 3/4 button makers by Mr. Button Maker. Thank you.